Hi everyone. I'm in a more relaxed situation here today, not in my normal little mini studio, um, but still the same as always. We have a very, very exciting match today, of course. Delhi Capitals versus the Chennai Super Kings, 1 and 2, in the order of the pecking order of the in the playoffs. Certainly, those two teams have qualified. Now, what they're playing for is not just pride, but they're also playing for, quite frankly, the studio effect, which means they need to be positioned 1 and 2. The winner of today will actually go to first place and will probably then retain the first place and will be in the best position leading into the playoffs. Clearly, these two teams deserve to be there, and fitting that they're getting a bit of a trial run in this game, leading into the actual final playoffs. Now, of course, Delhi Capitals at this point in the points table scenario are both on 18 points. Chennai's got a net run rate of 0.8229, and Delhi's got 0.551. So they're very, very similar. Chennai slightly ahead, but the winner of this match will then be in the 13th match. They've only got one more after this, and that's the reality. They're really in a situation of great ascendancy if they win today. Clearly, this is the 50th IPL 2021 match, 50th. So after this will be a further 6 matches, and then we will have a situation where the final 4 will be decided. Clearly, it's Delhi and Chennai that are through, and RCB, that is Bangalore, look to be certain to be positioned in third place. So that really leaves the 4th position or the 4th place on the table to be the players one that they need to go for. And those teams, of course, are KKR at this point in time are what you would argue to be Australian. Sorry, not Australian. The team that's likely to be 4th is Kolkata. They're on 12 at the moment. They've still got one more match to play. Punjab on 10 have got one match to play, so they are effectively only any possibility of KKR lose, which that's very doubtful. Rajasthan Royals and Mumbai have 2 games up their sleeve. They're also on 10 points. If they win both of their matches and Kolkata win theirs, it just means they're on the same points, but Kolkata Knight Riders will win on a net run rate scenario. So if KKR win their last match, they're in 4th spot. As simple as that. If they lose, well, that could open up the door for either Rajasthan Royals or Punjab, or for that matter, Mumbai to get through. But that's on the basis of KKR losing. KKR win, they're through. Sunrise Hyderabad haven't got a hope in hell getting through. So really, it's Chennai, Delhi, Bangalore, and Kolkata, the likely 4. There's very little doubt that will be the case, that they will be the likely 4, in my opinion. So hello to Suman Awashi. Prime Judge today is Rishabh Pant's birthday, correct? If you look at my community channel, you'll see that. You'll see that actually has been already noted. I've got another video coming up as well, which we'll see how we go with. I've got videos coming up all over the place. I'm just going to quickly check something. The game starts. It's now effectively just before midnight here in Australia. Midnight in Australia, or in your country. Oh, sorry, in many of the countries. India, for example, it's 6, just going on 6:30. Correct. The game will start at 7:30 your time, which is it's a different setup. So yeah, I'm a bit more casual. New cap, new background. Wow, it's not a new background as such, but it's more of a relaxed background. So yeah, it's 6:27. Correct. It's 11:57 here, and at night. So we're now 5.5 hours difference. We've had daylight saving in Australia. We moved forward an hour, so effectively we would normally be just on 11 p.m., but now we're just on 12 noon, as in not noon, midnight. Chennai, Delhi. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what the team makeups will be. That's my first discussion will be around the team makeups. The toss is certainly there as well, but I mean, at this point, Delhi Capitals would be. Are they favoured to win this? That's the question. Are Delhi Capitals favoured to win this? I would argue they should be. They certainly should be. They certainly should be favoured to win this. So look here. Very early days. So Provision means December. Why are you saying, well, when is the Indian tour of South Africa? It should be December, January. I'm pretty sure it's late December, January. Of course, India are playing New Zealand in, I believe, November, December as well, at home. So waiting for a cricket series of touring. I agree. If KKR win versus Rajasthan Royals, they'll qualify because high. Exactly. If KKR lose, Manas Darwan is saying to Rajasthan Royals, MI have RR and SRH in the last two matches, they'll win. So KKR versus RR is a knockout anyway. Yeah, and you would argue there's a concept of a teacher versus student scenario here, with CSK being the teacher, I guess, and Delhi Capitals being the student. Yeah, I think it's a bit more equally matched than that. No, it's not a new shirt, though. Well, not new shirt, but a different coloration of the shirt. Yeah, so we'll wait and see what happens there. So 1 hour, 1 minute until Delhi Capitals and Chennai Super Kings take the field, which, will be interesting in itself. Certainly be interesting in itself. You'd like to see more going on there regarding the lead up to this match. Should be more discussion. So at this point in time, we've got some match center discussions. So Shardul Thakur is talking now from the dressing room. Let's look at this in the squads. Look at the squads from it. Of course, Shardul Thakur is there as a part of CSK, and he's talking from the dressing room, which is interesting. Let's have a look at the commentary. So Shardul Thakur was talking from the dressing room. He's saying the atmosphere in the dressing room is really good. After the upset last year, the aim was to qualify to being in the top two. We didn't play every frontline player in the previous match simply due to rest and rotation. When you go to the qualifiers, it's like a knockout game, and whoever plays well wins it. The intensity is also high, but we are leaving it for that day in case we face the Capitals then, and treating this like a league game today. So, all right. So number 1 versus 2 in a multi-team tournament sounds like a terrific contest. Well, you'd hope it would be. 1 versus 2 should be a very exciting match, actually. I mean, the Delhi Capitals probably take a little bit better form into this. Chennai lost their last game. So, so Prabhajan says quite clearly that CSK will win the IPL. Well, you can't be so demandingly short of. So let's look here. Delhi versus Chennai, head-to-head. They've played 24. Chennai's won 15 versus Delhi's 9. That's pretty conclusive. Delhi have won the last 3 matches and are favourites today. I would say that's probably a fair point. And Prabhajan said, Manas says, India has versus South Africa first test is from December 17th. Yep. India versus New Zealand's first test is from the 25th of November. So they're rolling on pretty much straight after each other, aren't they? New Zealand, 25th of November, then we go into the first test in December. I'm going to try and get to that South African test. So I know I should be in Australia, but I've got some people in South Africa I want to see, so I'll probably make a point of that. So we're fixed long ago. Check infamous record. CSK has never won the IPL after finishing first in the group stage. Yeah. CSK will win today. So if CSK have never won from finishing first in the group stage, well, then they probably would like to lose today, is what you're saying. You can talk about all sorts of, hoodoos and voodoos and all sorts of, superstitions, but the reality is it's today's match that counts for form, and we've got to go. But I don't think either side will be lacking in the best players. We still have, a good 27 minutes to go before the toss, and then we'll know team selections. But I want to hear from you more. So Abhishek Sharma says DC's batting a point of concern, heavily relying on Iyer. Last game they had trouble chasing a low score. Yeah, maybe you're right. There's an element of that there, but they've still have you know, a lot of depth there. Punts there. Steve Smith seemed to be employed to be there too. So Amit Shrivastava says CSK finished third in 2010, second in 2011, and second in 2018. Won the Idol, finished first 2013 and 15, lost in the finals to Mumbai. Okay, it's pretty damning evidence, isn't it? Radharaj Gaikwad versus Rabada. That'll be a contest. Is there any test series in November versus? Yes, no, it is not a test series. It's well, no, there's a test match as well, and there's 2 test matches. No, India versus New Zealand, third T20I, 220I ends 21st November midnight. India versus New Zealand, first test starts 25th November morning. BCI gave just 3 days to the world's #1 team. Okay, so yeah, so ODIs pre the test match 25th November. CSK now wins IPL after finishing first in points. We've talked about that already, Pan. We actually talked about the fact that they shouldn't. So CSK would not want to finish first. Maybe they can let Delhi Capitals win today. And that Delhi Capital never wins the IPL. Well, you know, we can't say that at this point. It's a brand new year. Yeah, so it's being played at Dubai, the Dubai Stadium Sports Centre, I think it's called SDSC. This is the 50th match, as I said earlier. Very significant, very, very significant indeed. Shardul Thakur will play a role for CSK if he's selected, and you'd hope he would be. Yeah, let's have a look at this. We've got a fair melting pot. So really, as I said to you, another infamous record, Ratcharaj Gaikwad became the first CSK player to score 100 and end on a losing side. Well, that's again not good stats. So what's going on here? Very quiet start to this night. So I've got some realistically 2 sides that really I think will try this. Okay, will be interesting if Mumbai Indians run average rolls take the 4th position on the table. Yeah, but I think it's going to be KKR. I don't think you need to question that. KKR are almost certainly the 4th spot. KKR only have 1 game to play. They win that, they're in. Will SAH retain Williamson? I think they will, because SAH can get Williamson from R2 options lower than his retention price anyway. Well, Williamson's a good captain. You can't deny that. Just need a better team around him. And the destabilisation of Warner, he was in the audience with a flag the other day. I don't know what's going on. He doesn't spits the dummy. He doesn't turn up one match. Next month, he's there with a flag. Anyway. MI has to win both their matches to qualify. Well, they have to win both their matches, yes, but they're in the hands of KKR. If KKR win their last match, it won't matter whether Mumbai win both matches or not. They won't get through. My guest today, well, Aparna can't get there because she's got a phone problem. Gurkhardt Gill's he's pre-taping something. That's right. We've got plenty of time, guys. I think it will be a good to watch if you sit beside Steve Waugh book. It's a great book. Okay. Well, the Steve Waugh book's just behind me, actually. If you look carefully there, you'll see I've got the Steve Waugh books just here. So on a pile of books just there. But they should retain Warner as well. I don't think they will. Certainly on how much does see he's sitting not even playing there. How much does the toss matter to him? Well, at the moment they seem to be moving towards winning the toss and then bowling. This seems to be the way to go. Mumbai has it'll be very tough for them. Biram has said because Hiko won. He's very sad. Do a house tour. No, I can't do a house tour. And buy Rashid from the auctions at 30 crores. Only one only one cut of water cane can be retained. Yeah. I don't let's not talk auctions. It's way away from any auction discussion at this point. Auction discussion shouldn't come into play just yet. We should basically not be talking about auctions at this point. My books, yeah, they're all there. There's a whole selection of many more books. Okay. All right. Bro, who gives 30 crores there? That's a good point. I don't think anyone will. What player DC should retain? Well, Iron, probably Punt. Why wouldn't they? I understand. Okay, sorry. That's all right. I'm very eagerly awaiting this match. There's not a lot of early talk there. Yeah, people are saying they can bank on Darwan, Chika Darwan, and Rotaraj Gaikwad to deliver. They both are in good form. Certainly are. I'm pretty sure. I think you can also. Rabada Norja, yes, that's pretty heavy three, that isn't it? Tomorrow's match, MI versus R, will end one of the team's chances. Absolutely. Really, both of them are out. KKR win their last match. That's it. KKR are through. Simple as that. And KKR probably deserved to go through too. Out of the other teams that are left, we must remember that too. It's just that's the way it should go. Yeah, you'd think that KKR just seem to be in better cohesion actually at the moment. I think that's the best way to describe it. I think the cohesion is pretty good. You'd have to say that Mumbai Indians have just they left their run too late this year. DC sold Partial Patel to RCB, and he is the orange cap holder in IPL 2021. Yeah, but they've picked up other good players in the meantime. Any words on Coach McCullum? How he transformed the team into a fearless 11? We're talking about KKR here. Well, he was very strong with his words, and Morgan didn't necessarily see eye to eye in the first set of matches. So we'll say win, toss, battle, bowl. I think the win the toss and bowl is what I would think they were going to do. I think KKR will win. They are the dark horse. They certainly are. Quinalian, you're right. Very much so. It's going to be a very, very, very interesting match. The 50th match of the tournament sounds good to me. DC wouldn't have been happy with Avish Khan anyway. Oh, look, yeah, they're Harsha Patel and Ruturaj Gaikwad deserve purple and orange caps, respectively. They do. Mikhail Rahul's up there as well. Today is Punt's birthday. Can he score big today? Well, that's the question. Being his birthday, he should be showing something. October the 4th, isn't it? It's gone into the 5th now here in Australia, but it's 4th week. Yes, Abhishek, agree 100%. What did you say, Abhishek, that made him think great? And Ajay Tejaz, Gales, not a couple. Yeah, I probably would agree with that. Maxwell 14.25 crores, and he deserves it. Is the best buy of IPL 2021. Chris Morris, most expensive player, completely disappointing uses, as we expected. And then you got the two Australian guys, Riley Meredith and Jai Richardson. They both were pretty hefty prices too, and they've done zero. Carroll needs to improve his captaincy. Yeah, still a very good player. The toss is another 18 minutes away still. Still a bit of time away. Not a lot of people watch this time of night, do they? Okay. KL selfishly messes up the batting order. Wasted Maxwell last year. It looks like how well Coley and Maxwell up there. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maxwell's pretty stubborn character though. He would be having his say. Don't worry. Absolutely having his say. All right. So with some 17 minutes to go, who are your first choices in the teams if you had to pick these two? This year wasted Gale. Yeah, he did. Gale he's a disillusioned, as you know. He's taking his time. He's with Kunal Sharma and a mate of mine, Kamal Khan. They're Spartan guys. I think he's having some fun with them, to be honest. Are there any indication of resting first choice players? You would hope not. KL and Shika, but too slow in the middle orders. Well, they don't do too badly, sorry. Both of them have held their orange cap at certain stages. Maxwell plays well whenever Sanjay Bunga is the batting coach. Okay, if that's true. People looking at Rahul as a successful Kohli and Rohit, I think I are better guys for the job. I tend to agree. Definitely tend to agree. Definitely tend to agree. Hey, Norman, I'm sorry, but my laptop is giving me a lot of trouble lately. And I'll send you the thumbnails to you on the instant. Okay. No worries. You take your time, quick legends. I think I did a pretty good job this time. What do you think of my thumbnail? Guys, what do you think of my thumbnail? I created that with a bit of help, but I created that. Do you think that's pretty good? You going to tell me? I vote for Punt to be future Indian captain. I think that's going to happen. Hello, Sharia Guthrie. How are you? Iyer is the best, much better than Pat. Okay. Gaikwad is doing well because of that positivity in the CSK atmosphere. The same Gaikwad didn't use his feet in Sri Lanka and tackle the spinners. I think a good coach and captain's matter. Absolutely. Banger brings the best out of Maxwell. Banger was in Punjab in 2014. Maxwell scored 305 matches at strike rounds, 200 there. Okay. Happy birthday, Punt. Have a beautiful York. Yeah, he does. Yes, he deserves it. Could be his day. Will Chennai go for the full strength team, or will they play the same playing 11 that played against Rajasthan? Well, we've just heard all this discussion about where Chennai finish. They may not play their full side. Satvik, Bagaria, will Chennai go to? Yeah, I've just talked about that. Yeah. I think that Chennai might rest a few, to be honest. If they got a rotation policy, they're going to stick to it. And that's what works for them. For them, well, that's what works. Have to wait and see. Be quiet, guys. So Warner and Kane deserve a coach like Fleming, Hesham McCullum, probably. Although Trevor Bayliss is a good coach, though. Don't knock him. Where are you now? I'm not where I normally am. Yeah, Mahela too. Mahela Jarman is pleasant bloke. I still think Trevor Bayliss is a great coach. So Chris Jordan is 33 today. Okay. And Punt is 24. Yeah, Mahela Jarman, he's pretty good. Has Ashwin underperformed in this IPL? A little bit. That was an awful pass. Norman Bunny's gifted away the game. Human, yeah, but then after Cody Walker threw that intercept pass, he then went and scored it, and they could have easily had been 14-all had good old Reynolds kicked the goal. So yeah, Human, that was the problem. Yeah, so that was an awful pass. It was an awful pass, but then as I said, they rectified that. They scored very soon after. And then the Cody Walker's fend off good old Cleary was also good. So 2 great tries by Cody Walker. One when he scored himself, one he set up. Am I feeling sleepy? A little bit. Any chance of Punjab? No. Will coaching staff be changed as well next season? Could well be. Could well be. Yeah. Well, you would think coaching staff would, especially if they come as a group, they'll probably will, do that. So we're still some 12 minutes away from the toss. So, yeah, CSK, do a commentary there that CSK have a point to prove against DC. Since 2020, DC have been all over CSK 3-0. RCB can win this year? Certainly can, Simon. Why shouldn't they have a chance? Yeah, they're a pretty good side. Let's look here. Every chance that CSK will win. Okay. Where do I go deserve the spot? I think he does. Gogan has to play for India, but under a captain who backs him during this. Yeah, that's true. ESPN Cricket says that coach is underperforming. Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, Radaraj Garkwa should play for India. Yep, he will. Don't worry, he will. Australia should have taken a cue from Virat and used Maxwell in the top 4. I would agree. Absolutely agree with that one. That's a very good point. Camera was shattered yesterday. Have you seen? What camera was shattered? Me, I'm not agree at all with both. Okay. When is next season starting? You mean IPL? It'll be back to its April time slot, wouldn't it? April, May? Maybe longer. Chahal is the leading wicket taker along with Bumrah after restarting UAE. Chahal has taken 10 wickets. He certainly has done well. Deserves to play in place of Ashwin. Well, we'll see. NRL, Norman, not IPL. I know. Norman, is there a winter in Australia? Well, yeah, we just come out of that. We're now into spring, the second month of spring. The ball shattered the vehicle camera. Where? So winter in Australia, Parmesan, is June, July, August. We've gone through that. We're now in October, so we're well into spring. And our first stage of lockdown, we're opening up October 11th, which is next week. Then October 25th. We're further opened up, and then we're almost back to normal in November, where we can travel overseas from Australia and only have to spend a 7-day quarantine on return. And then December, everything will be opened up. Let's hope. IPL is fixed sometime, I feel. And it could be. I'm asking about the next NRL competition. That starts in March. March. Goes through to September. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really sure IPL can be fixed. Do you eat samosa and golgappa in Australia? Yes, of course. So we have it all here. SO match the KK versus SH. Natish Rayna shadow the camera. Okay, yeah. Now I'll get what you're talking. The one-off test in July between India and England next will be the series decided. Sources in here today. That's what they're saying. We still haven't heard anything really official yet. Cute yawn from me. So we've got 8 minutes before we decide. 8 minutes before the toss. Yeah, it's a long way from the finals yet. There's still 6 matches. After today, there'll be 6 more matches. And then you'll have the playoffs, as you call it. I call them semi-finals, the playoffs. All right. And then we go from there. So we've got a pitch report that's come through. It's a bit cloudy in Dubai at the moment. No rain, though. Matthew Hayden says the pitch could well mean that the game could be in one or two parts. The first half could mean stroke play is easier, while the second half could be scoring difficult. Okay, that depends on a few things, but yeah, it is a bit cloudy, which is yeah. How is your lockdown in your place? Well, FS, we October the 11th, which is next week, we reach 70% vaccine double dose, 70%, and then the 25th of October we have 80%, which is great. And that means in November we'll be able to travel freely, relatively freely, internationally, and come back with a 7-day quarantine. And then by December, everyone is opened up. So no masks, etc. Is it your bedroom? One of the bedrooms, yes. Rohit Sharma, we have won the series 2-1 in my head. Okay. Well then, what? Okay. Did India miss the trick by not including Chahal in the World Cup squad? At least they still have 5 days before they can do that. What about non-performers like Ishan Kishan and Pandya? Headaches for lectures, or certainly Pandya is. Ishan Kishan, not really. Nor have you taken your vaccine? I've taken double dose of Pfizer about a month ago. Some of the guys are playing since 2005. They needed young legs, I reckon. What do you say? Well, potentially, yes. I think you're right. And will you be there next IPL? Certainly. With bells on, will be. Satik Bulgaria, what will you say about Yashwal Jaiswal? The way he was hitting Hazelwood, it didn't look like that he was an international Australian bowler. What do you think? I don't think that Hazelwood's up to T20 standard, to be honest. He's only played 10 or 11 matches for Australia, which is not a truckload by any stretch of imagination. Long way. Right, what's the story here? Will you be there next year? Okay, whatever. You already have 4 spinners: Jadeja, Varun, as in Chakravarti, Axel Patel, Ashwin. What would? Oh, these grounds are going to take more spin. I'll tell you now. Where is Aparna Baram? Aparna's phone's playing up, so she can't connect. And Baram is floating around. He'll be with us soon, I reckon. All right. Four minutes before the toss. Rupal Patel is set to make his debut for Capital Stage. So one change in 11 is confirmed. There we go. So Rupal Patel. Who can tell me about Rupal Patel? I know a little about him. Guys, can you tell me anything about Rupal Patel? I don't know much about him. So, and also India. Okay, what will be the Australian team in the T20 World Cup? Well, I mean, Warner Maxwell certainly will be there. Aaron Finch, Mosen Reeks, I hope is there. I'm not sure that he will be. The bowling lineup is per program. Your prediction for the World Cup is not going to be Australia, India, England, West Indies, and possibly Pakistan. Before Warner Finch Smith, actually, okay. 21-year-old Uman Malik made his debut for Hyderabad. Yes, they bowled his fastest ball by an Indian in an IPL 151 Ks. Exactly. Now I don't know who he is. Manas Darwin 53 Ks, probably not. Still very impressive from Malik. Absolutely. But Rupal Patel, I know nothing about him at this point. It'd be nice if they told something about him. So the toss is only 3 minutes away. So, yeah, Rupal Patel, I don't know very little about him. I'm assuming he's a bowler. Mark Bell's going to the USA. Well, a lot of players will go there because the money will start to follow. The money will certainly start to follow before too long. So that's going to be a thing for sure, guys. Mark Marley, of course. He reminds me of Shoaib Akhtar. Really, Malik. Well, that's pretty impressive. Why are you laughing? Pretty lethal bowler to look like, I'd say. Let's look here. So I'm going to try and post. Let's have a look. I'm getting any information there. So Rupal Patel is actually a middle order batter, not a bowler, who plays for Gujarat in the Indian domestic circuit. 11 T20 so far. He's a staggering strike rate of 189. So there you go. That's your reason. Middle order batsmen say that, and they needed that. So Rupal Patel, we'll have to wait and see who all about him now. Quite impressive. Did you see that, guys? I'm just posting that now. Norman, why only a few countries playing cricket? What do you mean there are only a few countries playing cricket? There's a truckload of countries playing cricket. What are you talking about? It's the second biggest sport in the world behind soccer. And a truckload of countries play it that, we would not necessarily expect because of the influence of the subcontinent people going on in the world. Impressive. Rupal Patel. We'll find out more about him. Middle order bat, not a bowler. So most talented cricketers wasted piece of beat. Rupal Patel is an all-rounder, can hit the ball hard and bowl medium pace from Nadia in Gujarat. Okay. So he can bowl some medium pace too. Okay. It's impressive though. Well, toss is due now. We know that Rupal Patel is set to make his debut, middle order batter, bowl a bit as well. Do you come from a farming family? I'm a farmer. No, I'm not a farmer. No, not at all. My parents came from pretty small towns, but they weren't farmers, no. And you're a farmer, man. Okay, whereabouts are you a farmer? Whereabouts are you in Australia? I don't know. I think you are. So Delhi Capitals decided to bowl first. So Delhi Capitals have won the toss. So Delhi Capitals have won the toss and elected to bowl, which seems to be the way that they do things at the moment. Capitals, as in punt, won the toss and elected to bowl first. There we have it. That's the most important thing of the day so far. Delhi Capitals have won the toss and have elected to bowl first. And the Delhi Capital sides come through. We've got Prithvi Shaw, Darwin, Rupal Patel at number 3. That's interesting. That's quite a high position. Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, Shimron Hetmeyer, Akshar Patel, Ashwin Rabada, Norjay, and Arish Khan. Good side. So who did Rupal Patel come in for? If Iyer, Pant are all there, Steve Smith. Yeah. Steve Smith has been dropped. Ugh. So not only has Warner been dropped, Steve Smith's been dropped. Ugh. So, as I said, Delhi Capitals have started. Steve Smith's out. Smith is the better option. Well, probably. So Capitals have decided to bowl first. Birthday boy punt says the wicket might do something early. We want to focus on the basics since whatever we have been doing has been working for us. Reporters are booing. Smith goes out. So there you go. And Dhoni says we were looking to bat first, but we weren't sure. The wicket's looks tacky. So if they were looking to bat first, they got their wish. Bravo, Deepak, Robin in for Curran, Asif, and Raina. So Dwayne Bravo, Deepak, Chahar, Robin Utapa for Curran, Asif, and Raina. Okay. There we have it. I like the matter of factness of the way that he speaks. So Chennai have Gaikwad, Duplessis, Moen Ali, Rayudu, Utapa, who I like better, MS Dhoni, captain of white, and keeper Jadeja, Sam Curran, Thakur, Deepak Chahar, and Josh Hazlewood. So there we go. I'll repeat those in a minute for you because it's worth looking at. Okay, we'll say it again. Chennai Super Kings, Radharaj Gaikwad, Suresh Raina not playing today. Yes, interesting. So CK middle order would be tested. Sajil, okay. So Chennai Super Kings are without Jadeja. Oh, no. Jadeja's there. Who did we say? Suresh Raina. My apologies. Okay. Yeah, there certainly has been some changes made. Bravo's back in. This is probably, well, you would argue this is more of a side that fits where they want to be. So I'll repeat again. Jade should be in. He isn't. Sorry, I don't know why, but I think Punt is similar to Dhoni in some ways. So Capitals have decided to bowl first. Birthday boy Punt says the wicket might do something early. We want to focus on the basics since whatever we have been doing has been working for us. Fair enough. Ripala is debuting and Smith goes out. Dhoni, we were looking at to bat first, but we weren't sure, but they're batting first anyway. Okay, so they're the wicket the wicket looks tacky, which means a sort of plasticky type front. Bravo, Deepak Chahar, as I said, Robin Utapa in for Curran, Asif, and Raina. There you go. No questions asked. Raina must be given rest. Well, he hasn't been playing that well. Can any batsman learn keeping after he is 23? Yeah. What is in it for Raina or break? Punch should be dropped from Indian 11. Why? No, I don't think that's a strange comment to be making. This some 23 minutes ago. Why Manas? Yeah, ask him why. Okay, that's good on you. Going to need to work out why. So the Delhi Dolly, as they call it, is there. I can see. I'm not saying Gurkha on there is normally there on the panel. The DC, as they call it, watch party live IPL 24. Also, obviously, Sports Tag are also live. No, he shouldn't be. No, I don't agree. Punch should really not be dropped from any side at this point. No way. No way. Okay. Should be asking me questions. Rainer's form is a bit of a worry, big worry for Dhoni. He wants to rest him before the playoffs. Yeah, Rainer's on his last legs, I would say. Really, are they showing us the strength of their play with Bravo, Utapa, and Chahar in? Bravo probably will get the Guerns over Sam Curran in the big matches. Asif as well. Rainer, well, I thought he was playing pretty well, but yeah. But yeah, but the Chennai Super Kings look very settled. Rainer's form is a big worry for Dhoni. He wants to, again, we've said that already. So, Ranaraj Gaikwad and Faf Plessis have proven to be winners. Then you've got Moeen Ali and Umbat Rayudu. Robin Atapa, I think he should always win the side too. He's a very good player. So, in the T20 World Cup, loss of spinners, will bowl defensively back at a length punt. He doesn't have shots in his back foot very low, slow. Yeah, so you're saying by keeping him in batting, his slow scoring rate, well, heaven help him if he decides to get going. Raiders form is okay. Okay. CSK final team should be Gaikwad, Plessis, Moeen Ali, Ryan Judu. It's pretty much the side they got today. Looks like a good balanced team to me. Yeah, they're pretty much there. Carlos Braithwaite talking with Akash Chopra. So, guys, a bit yawnish today. Don't forget, it's 12:40 p.m. Punt only has to step out shot, cut and shot. If you give him the room at back of a length, he struggles. True. He's held back. What can Billings do to start a game? Probably just keep praying for it now. Yeah, Sam Billings is not getting a Guernsey. It's fair enough. Punt only has to step out shot and cut shot. If you're giving him no room at back of length, he struggles. Fair enough. Sam Billings' question, as he said, probably not worthy of being in the side at all, to be honest. Still a goodish player, but yeah, he's reached the end of his time before his break. He probably needed it more than anyone else. Long season. Yeah, Sam Billings certainly, I think, a loss. Punt only has to put. Prediction is Punjab. Sorry, not Punjab. You'll have, Chennai win over a good Delhi side. I don't need to get a glass of water, guys. I'm starting to fall asleep. So give me 2 seconds, guys. Can you give me 2 seconds? Make your comments, guys. You are all-time IPL level before overseas. Okay, let's answer Manas Darwan's question there. Let's all start to type it up, and I'll start comparing. Give me 2 minutes. I'm back. Yeah, Hayden was a great player. Very hard to pick one out of Warner and Gale. Oh, you have to pick Gale. Yes, we know they said the toss has been won. We know that. Is one a drop based on performance or injury? Donny said it in the toss run as a back issue. Well, there you go. So the reason why Rayner's not there is because of a back issue. Are we inside a sauna? No, we're not inside a sauna. What are you talking? How can we be inside a sauna? Baram, join me, would you? Baram, come on. Have you got the link? Come on. Gale scored 125, 66 and 20. Then he was a monster in 5. Yeah, Gale by far. Boomer for sure. Well, Gale, not just tell me individual players, tell me a side. So we've got Gale opening, what with Warner or not? You got, I think Shikadawan should be up there personally. Boomer certainly. I think a punt. Gale was 40 and strike rate of 150. Rare. Yeah. Avish Khan has been a brilliant touch. I think he has. I've have to say he's been in great form too. Rishabh, oh, I don't know this. Donny has to be included. Yeah, I'll agree with that. So come on, guys, tell us the full side. Gale, Donny, Bumrah, Kohli, Rashid Khan. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 players doesn't make 11. So pick the whole 11, guys. The entire 11 we need to know. Gale scored 600s in his prime. Hayden best is 93. Yeah, Matthew Hayden shouldn't be a T20 specialist. No, I don't agree with that. Good test batter. So the so-called T20 timeout discussion is being had. We have enough timeouts there as well. I would say that, well, let's just go through the Chennai side one more time. Gaikwad and Faf du Plessis both batting very well. Moeen Ali, probably not that well. Rayudu, Utapa's a good player, good middle order. Dhoni then. Jadeja, Bravo, Thakur, Chahar, and Hazelwood. Pretty good bowling line, actually. Then Delhi, Prithvi Shaw, Dhawan is great. Ripal Patel, we're going to see what he's all about today, debuting at first drop. Then a partner for Gale. Gale's got plenty of partners, don't worry. Here's mine. Warner, Kohli, Williamson, Rayner, Dhoni, Rashid, Bumrah, Chahal, and any Indian Pacer sack. Okay. Hayden was a great ODI and Test cricketer. Yes, he was. T20, maybe he could have been. He played more. Should be interesting to see how we go. How in fact, Chennai go. Baram, come on here, God, for God's sake. Hayden was a great. I'm still upset because he's favoured Mumbai Indians are probably going to be a thing of the past, at least this season, because there's no doubt Delhi and Chennai are both through, and Bangalore is basically through as well. It's going to be a playoff. If KK win their last match, Mumbai can win theirs but won't be in there. Rajasthan Royals can win theirs and won't be in there. Punjab are basically out anyway. Leave Sunrisers also out, so not much left. Very interesting. So again, let's look at the sides, guys. Delhi's is Prithvi Shaw and Darwin, a good opening pair. Ripal Patel, his first ever match. Let's see. There is hope till the final breath, Norman, in my opinion. But Baram, your breaths are starting to become very much like a cigarette smoker. There is hope till cigarette smokers. No hope. So Delhi Capitals, Prithvi Shaw, Darwin, good selection. Ripal Patel, we will wait and see how good he is. Shreyas Iyer, punt. Hetmeyer, pretty good middle order. Aksa Patel, Ashwin, bit too high in the order to be batting him, but Brabada and Henrik Norge, Avish Kant. There's a few players on that side that probably aren't to speed with their batting. But then Chennai has Gaikwad and Duplessis, very good. Moeen Ali, out of form, but still good. Rayudu is good. Uttap is very, very good. Dhoni, of course, is solid. Then they've got Jadeja, Dwayne Bravo, and then Thakur, good middle order and lower middle order players and good all-rounders. Deepak Chahar and Josh Hazlewood. It's a pretty good side. Oh boy, lots of concerns about fights in the not in the Philippines, in where are they? Forgot what they are. Not Indonesia, UAE. Yeah, I'm not that impressed with Hazlewood still. I'm afraid to say. Sachin Sutil's name has popped up in Pandora Papers. Okay, what are these Pandora Papers, Baram? Come on the show and tell me about it, because I know nothing about what you're talking about. Really, I don't. Pandora Papers. What is this? The leaked BCCI documents. Is that right? For me, Gale, Rowett, Kohli, AB de Villiers, Rayner, Dhoni, Jadeja, Russian. Well, that's a pretty good side. So very good side. Very, very good side. So others put their tea in. Parmesan Kohli opens. Okay. What's taking too long? But I was waiting for that wire transfer, Norman. You've been taking so long. What wire transfer? Pandora Papers for tax evasion and hiding wealth offshore. Wow. What a shock. Baram can't come along because these places too noisy. What, you got builders there or what? Well, colleague read about it 3. Well, he may have to. Earlier, he used to bat at number 3, and he is best batting number 3. Okay. Differing opinions there. Okay. But when did he bat 3 in the past? Well, Panama Papers, Pandora Papers, naming people who have evaded tax as well. And why are his performances there? Okay. Whatever papers, they're just tax papers, I guess. The game is about to start. We're within a few minutes of play. My prediction today is that Delhi will win. Chennai don't want to be first, do they? So that Avish Khan has been great touch. He has. Certainly has. So how does one beat Chennai? probably through the bowling department of Delhi. With Norjay and Rabada, they're going to be pretty awesome. Pakistan versus India IC World Cup takes tickets sold out in 12 minutes. 15K tickets anyway. Yeah, well, it's not a shock. Plenty of Indian, Pakistani expats sitting there in Dubai working their hardest. So, yeah. So both teams are captained by a keeper who's played for the country at that position of keeper batsman. Probably about a little bit higher in the case of Hunt. You'd want to see him better higher, really, too, because he needs to get, but the way AB de Villiers too doesn't want to bat at number 4, Kyle himself. Okay. Names of some very famous people have popped up. Shakira, Vladimir Putin, Anil Ahmad, okay, India, Ambani, Andre Bobis. Where did these names come up from? What did you Google? Top 11? Did you put top 11 or what did you put down there? Putin, what's it got to do with cricket? Can you explain to me what he's got to do with cricket? Delhi playing only 3 overseas players. Is that allowed? Why not? The most you can play for. Yeah, so Delhi's playing 3. Okay, the 3 players are have to see Moeen Ali, Jadeja, no, Bravo, yeah. And Hazelwood, hang on. He's playing 4. Duplessis, Moeen Ali, Dwayne Bravo, and Hazelwood. Delhi Capitals are playing. Oh, gosh. Rabada Norjay. Is Arish Khan? I'm not sure. There's only 2 there for Delhi. Pretty sure Darwin, of course, Patel, Iyer, Punt, or Hetmeyer, of course. So Hetmeyer, Rabada, and Norjay, the 3 overseas players, and the 4th, 3. So we have slipping around it. We have Hetmeyer, Rabada, and Norjay for 2 South Africans, 1 West Indian there for the Delhi Capitals. In the case of Chennai, they have 1 West Indian, 1 Australian, 1 Englishman, and 1 South African. So West Indian, Australian, Indian, and South African. It's 4 different countries represented there, whereas Delhi's got just 2, with Hetmeyer being West Indian and the other 2 being South Africans. Should Gal be used as an opening power play? Absolutely, I agree. Leave it, Norman. It is political news. All right. Well, the game starts in 3 minutes. Should Gal be used? I think he should be, but he's not playing today. Let's have a look here. Yeah, Shamsi was also one that should be predicted in there. Amit says DC versus CSK 2014. 2 keepers captain their teams, Dhoni and Dinesh Karthik. 2021 again has 2 keepers leading Chennai and Delhi. Yes. Come live tomorrow, Baram, for Mumbai Indians versus Rajasthan Royals. Yes, I will. I will do that. Are you saying to me or are you asking someone else?
He's been magnificent. Almost 25% of their runs. That's extraordinary, isn't it? The 2,000 runs that they've scored in this competition.
So there they are. They're moving out. The Chennai batters are going out there now. A lot of clapping going on. Punts are there. Punt seems to always be on the field. That's why he likes it, I'm sure. So Gaikwad and Faf to see the openers there. Interesting comparing how those 2 will go. All right, so Radaraj Gaikwad has played 19 matches with 712 runs, 750s and strike rate of 134. Looking pretty promising. Certainly. Faf to Plessis, 97 matches for 2,762 runs, 20 50s. Strike rate of 131. He's done very well. I didn't give him as much credit for what he's done. He's done pretty well. Unrick Norjay to open. Okay, we'll get coming down to the start now. Rishabh Pant versus MS Dhoni. Respective captains. Here we go. The countdown will be any second now. It's already started. It's down to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play. Ooh, that ball moved around first ball. Ooh, absolutely cut him in half. Oh, the ball came back. Iran Pandora Papers won't have harm anyone out there. How do we know that? Unrick Norjay certainly looking good. Very wayward. In fact, it's beaten both. Gone wide and it's beaten the keeper as well. There could be 4 wides there. It's not good. It looks a lot more away of actually pitched and really jagged. Trying for Yorker and missed it completely. Asked if Samko and Rain are out. Is Suresh Raina going to play in the final series? He may not. Well, that's clobbered him on the leg there. And he's been given out. My God. Norjay's already taken a wicket. And they look like they're going to review it. Because Gaikwad's going to go very cheaply otherwise. CSK openers are among the top 5 leading run scorers. Gaikwad, yep, but not today. If Norjay gets Gaikwad early, Delhi, which are kind of unnecessary most of this one. Why is it unnecessary? It's extremely important. Good for both to lead up to the semis. Anybody playing Sunrise Hyderabad could argue is one that's not necessary. Delhi versus Chennai. Okay. Can't say that it's not necessary. Oh, he looks out to me. I think we're going to see the end of Gaikwad. We've certainly lost Gaikwad there. Oops, it's showing it's missing. Oh, God. So he's going to have the decision overturned. Lucky for him. Today is Punt's birthday. We know that. There, he's been overturned. Gaikwad's got a bit of a reprieve there. And also, so does CSK. It's a pity. It deserves to be given, I think, that one. Oh, the ball swinging very wildly there. Manu leaked in 2016 led the downfall of Pakistan. Nawaz Sharif, he became very unpopular and lost and had to run. He's now returning back. Yeah, I think that's can't be just the papers themselves. That's be more than that. Anil Chaudhary is good umpire. Gaikwad's driven the ball very beautifully through, but not quite gone to the boundary. So, and this whole paper, so it's purely a tax matter, isn't it? It's not really something that we should worry about at all. There's a lot of conjecture over umpiring, but these games have been pretty well umpired, if you ask me. Oh, well, that wasn't meant to go where it was meant to go, but he's got him 4. I think Gaikwad's attitude now is he's going to go for everything because he probably sees himself as having a bit of luck. Norjay's bowling a very wide offside delivery, but it's not quite wide enough for the umpires liking. Okay. Gaikwad can be very thankful for his situation. Yes, that Pakistan Patakal review was weird. How did the third umpire make that not out? Yeah. Okay. Looks like Gaikwad starting to hit with ease now. Yes, the Patakal review was weird. How did he go? Okay, but it was enough evidence for the third umpire to look at it. Maybe the Villiers is just, was it Norjay shaking his head? It was a spot. Oh, it was, yeah. A lot of putting on tables. Avish Khan. Tuber, it was awful. Even the on-field umpires couldn't believe it. Okay. I'm referring to the umpire in ISBN Punjab match. I thought you were. True Brown, okay. First over, yep. Ooh, bit of ball bouncing there. Very important game for these two. I think it's a good sort of early hit or late hit out, actually. Quite wide deliveries, to be honest. That was a nice shot. The Plessis is still there. Always good chances with those guys. Both still in single figures. They're not double figures yet. That's okay. Very unlucky for Delhi. They didn't get Guy quite early. He's playing well now. I just can't complain. It was not a catch. Players can go support players and therefore have a good chance of coming in. How can they not select Faf to please the South African? Great question. No idea. Has Ambani Vijay Malia has purchased the third point? Don't think so. Another shot from Gaikot. Looks Gaikot, yep. Or was it a Plessis? Very competent pull shot off his Khan. So Baramarani's still harping on about Mumbai innings. Tomorrow, if MI wins, they will go down to the wire. Well, only if they're allowed to. Can't see the match. What even he can't see the match? There's no live coverage. No chance. MI, I agree. Raining like hell here. Where's here? Punjab Kings and SRH are the two teams out. Yeah. The person doesn't look well as that wasn't Axel Patel, was it? It might have Axel Patel. Axel Patel, very good bowler. All the rest can still qualify. Punjab Kings and SRH are the others. Okay, well, all the rest can. Well, they can if KKR lose, other teams come into play. If they don't lose, they're in because they've only got one game to play and they'll go to 14 points. Correct? Let's have a look at the table. So it's effectively, let's have a look. I'm not showing the table. Okay, the table shows that there's 14 games, right? Guys, there's 14 games. Yeah, Mumbai Indians have a poor run rate. That's certainly the case. Mathematically, Punjab is still alive. Of course, Punjab's still alive. But no, Punjab's not still alive. I mean, mathematically, they're still alive. No, if KKO lose, there's still no. Punjab Kings have got no hope, really. They're on 10 points. If they get to 12, that means all the other teams don't go beyond 12, which the three teams that can. It's quite messy. There's no way Punjab Kings are going to start there, nor Sunrise Hyderabad. Mumbai's in deep trouble. Rajasthan Royals slide outside chance, but Kolkata Knight Riders box seat. Kolkata Knight Riders one more game they're in. Yeah, that's right. Punjab Kings can't qualify because Punjab Kings, with one game left, can go to 12 points. They need everybody else to fail badly and KKR to lose badly in their loss by a truckload to go from positive to minus net run rate. So very unlikely, very unlikely. Kolkata Knight Riders are already ahead of Punjab Kings without doing anything. Rajasthan Royals and Mumbai have to both win their next match. Their last two matches, quite frankly. This is all thrown away. Kolkata win, that's it. See you later, rest of you. If MI beat beat KKR, Punjab beat CSK, all of them need to beat with huge margins. Yeah, it's all unlikely. Was that a catch? The first catch? Aksa Patel has just taken a wicket. In his fourth delivery, looks like he's got Du Plessis for only 12. A pull shot that really did not go that far. Straight down the throat, almost of the fielder. So Du Plessis gone. Coverage has started. I know, probably we know the coverage has started. People are, how is lockdown in Australia? It's not good. But we've got a date of the 11th of, is it 11th? Yeah, 11th of October, we actually go through the first stage. And then second stage, we have October 25th. And then another stage is December 1st. In November, we can all start to travel overseas and return only from 7 days quarantine, which is great. Lightning dump thunderstorms at Pune, India, so I can't see the match. Okay, probably shouldn't. All right. Well, they won for 28 after 2.4 overs. Baram Ashes are looking dicey based on the comments tonight. Used to be very cagey comments. Didn't really say anything, to be honest with you, but they seem to be more negative than positive. You're right. I've put something on my community page for that as well. You'll see that. So Du Plessis is out. Cortez eyeball. Aksa Patel. Australia is still concerned about COVID. Here, any people don't care about COVID anymore. Okay. So, in fact, Uttab was gone in number 3. So they got number 3. So, what does that mean? The so-called side. Okay. Interesting, guys. All right. As we're moving into a stage of the match where, very delicately poised at this point. Very delicately poised. Rabada's finally coming on.
74 wickets and 47 matches for the South African international.
So 47 matches, 74 wickets. Ralph Gar. I've read excerpts of his book, but I haven't actually read the full book. No. Why was happened? Nothing. Ashes, okay. Ashes, really. Ashes is still up in the air. England is still stuffing around with that whole decision-making process. I don't quite know how they are. Just they got to work out whether their players and families can be together, whether there's any issues around that. There won't be because we're going to be flying internationally in November. So I can only imagine that when the families of the cricketers come, as long as they test COVID-19 negative and they've had their 2 vaccinations, they'll be allowed to have really 7 days of home quarantine, which means not too dramatic. Good evening, Gurav Sama. How are you? I think that Gaikwad's very useful. He almost got an LBW there early on in the match. He drives well. Drives very, very well. Doesn't he? It's good night there. What do you mean it's good night there? I'm trying to sit up properly. Good evening, good night. Well, evening is night. It's good morning, actually, in Australia. So most valuable player, Gaikwad's the highest now. Harsh Patel second, Jadeja, Rahul, and Avish Khan. So quite a few players on show night are in that top lot. What is the hell is wrong with Stark? Why isn't he pursuing an IPL in the last couple of years? He's playing domestic cricket. I think he's made his 10, 15, 20, 30 million, and he's quite happy to stay with his wife at the moment. Well, she's just played herself. Good on them that they've taken a break, actually. Let's be honest. I'm glad they've taken a break. Stark's not playing the IPL. He spent time with his wife. I think he's want to spend some quality time with her, which has to be understood. I maintain the fact that I think they're playing too much cricket. Yeah, Stark's not great. You're probably right. That looked out to me. I suppose I thought they have. Gaikwad, 508 runs, scored 21 runs. He will regain the Orange Cup KRL 5 rank. Well, he's not far from it as he's got 13, so another, you're saying 8 runs. Robin Utapa, 190 matches, 4608, 24 50s, strike rate of 130. So he's looking pretty good, actually. Played that shot very well. Ground looks good. Robin was at his peak in 14. Yeah, he's had a few years in the IPL. I remember that year. He played very well that year, didn't he? 1 for 36 off 4. So 9 and over. That's pretty good going. Could we see Cameron Green in IPL in the future, or he will be managed by CA and not? Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, if he's meant to be one of the best all-rounders in the world, especially future all-rounders, well, he should be able to play this format. I really feel bad for Robin and Manish Pandey. Yeah, they get a fair go, do they? They're trying to pull across the line there. It's not a good sign. Punjab have destroyed Gale. I think they destroyed him. Timpe should play an uphill as well. Well, not being asked by too many people, are they? Maybe with his new 2 teams, they might go through that process. Punjab, okay. All right, guys, we've gone an hour and a half here. The game's well until we started. CSK 1 for 39 with Gaikwad on 13 and Uttapa on 5. 50% got out pretty cheaply. Yes, that's the situation. Bat, ball, dead hole. First ball, but both balls dead hole. Okay. It hurts you, man. Yep. So it does. Gaurav Sharma. Pull shot. Is he out? Yep. Gaikwad is finally gone. All right, guys. I'll leave that to you. It's 1:25 in the morning. We'll catch you out. We'll talk post-match. Hopefully it's a win to, well, I think Delhi Capitals and the way they're going, it looks like it could well be. So last comment, catch out. Okay. Tim Payne is now only a test player. He was handed the captaincy in the ODI. England, but Australia will watch finally also move now this. So, yeah, well, they tend to move towards the end of age to be more test bound anyway. And if they're good enough, that is. Please bring a partner and a barrel for tomorrow. Certainly will. Don't worry, guys. All right, you take care, guys. I think there's no point in talking any further. We'll see each other tomorrow. If you like and share the posts, go CSK. I think CSK has this over. No, actually, no. The other way around. I'm going to say Delhi Capitals. We'll have it over CSK. Got Mo and Ali going at 239. Not a great score. All right, guys. We'll talk tomorrow.